So hey folks, sorry for what I did today. I was just creating a lot of demos and yeah, it took me a lot of time, but yeah, now I'm back. So we all can start learning something. We all can start learning what is it all about when we are talking about something called as and computer which is just making decisions for me today. So a lot of times, when I decide, okay, this is what should be the content for any deep learning content should be like, this is what will be my content. It's just going to take me a lot of time. It's just going to take me a lot and lot of hard work that goes behind, right? A lot of times when I even came out with something called as an machine learning demo. So I'm just giving you an example, okay? So let me just say, okay, we go for an internship, you do this, you do that. Every time it's not about an, what do you call, an AutoML deployment. It's all changing. It's all evolving at the end of the day. That's what I can say, because this is what we require in market, right? A good name. We also need a lot of learning that goes behind all these kind of technology and the things like that. So today what I'll be doing is complete demo walkthrough. I'll not go through any of the theories. Like I can share you one of my LinkedIn posts. I think yesterday I shared one LinkedIn post of mine. I think please do see that, because I use them. I use them extensively in terms of creating demos, and we are just moving ahead with a lot and lot of things. So as it is, it's all about ML apps, which was, and I typed that. So I'll share my screen, so don't worry about that. So let me just share my screen, complete screen, so that you guys can be visible. And yep, this is the one. So I think I shared one. So this is one post, and you guys can see that, right? It's all DevOps principles inside an ML and AI workflow, and this is how we always think. Okay, so let me just download this, my own document. I need to download it now. So yes, so it's scanning for virus and the things like that, so it's obviously going to take time. So am I audible for you folks? Like, I just wanted to know, am I audible for you folks, so that I can start working on it. So that's the only point about this thing here. So yeah, let's just go on. So it's all about that principles coming in. So why do we need MLOps? So yesterday, I think day before yesterday, I think yesterday only, I just showed you the slide, right? So this is all comes into this picture. And also a lot of times after we go through a lot of decisions and things like that, so we always come up with this. So it actually should be a model. So I will draw an L here, sorry for that. So I think I'm a human being, so I can make a lot of mistakes, so that's not a problem. So it's a model at the end of the day. So yes, it's a model. Then building an ML model is always a selection of an algorithm, hyperparameter tuning, metrics tracking, all these things comes into the picture. Fitting the model, validating the model, right? I'll explain you every step, because it takes a huge amount of time. All of these is not 1 hour, 1 day topic for me. Like if you ask me for a year, I can do all of these for complete year only. So that's how it is. So feature selection and mapping. So let's say I'm a human being. I weigh around 90 kilos. Okay, so fine. Let me be honest with you. So 90 kilos, and I don't have BP, I don't have sugar, but the same guy who is 90 kilos has sugar and BP. So now what are the different matrices? Okay, so he eats a lot of sugar. Ka matlab, like, so some people have a water retention in their body, some people have fat retention in their body. So it differs at every given point of time, right? So it's all about like, how do you engineer a data set using all these kind of models at the end of the day. It's all about feature selection and feature mapping, selection of algorithm, hyperparameter tuning, and metrics tracking. All these things come into the picture. So selection of algorithm is like which algorithm is suitable for all these kind of technology. So if you can go here and type in which one. Oh, so sorry for that. I think there was one Vladimir. They both are good. He's from BMW. He's from BMW, and not this. So he's 34. So I can just go out there, and his podcast number is 34. So 34 or 36, 36. I don't know. So let me just share. 34 only. So 36 is Akshit Arora from Nvidia. So you guys can go and check this podcast where we did, and you can really go and get to understand. Okay, this is what we want in industry, right? It's all about like where can that entire architecture fit in. I think this is the today's agenda totally about NLP and take it accordingly. Yes, we will take about NLP accordingly. Uh, so don't worry. We'll also have some demos on NLP and the things like that, and also we'll have a lot of demos. So don't worry about that. So yes. So let me just do this. Okay. So I think. Wait, I'll just show this podcast to you folks so that you understand. Okay, this is what is the requirement of that. So he's from left, one of the Kaggle grandmasters. He's from the BMW. They both are autonomous driving engineers, but they have different problem statements at the end of the day. So this is what I was supposed to say for you folks. Like, just go ahead, just understand how much of an data set is given as an importance in every single problem statement. How much is the importance of the data set in every single problem statement? That's what I wanted to say. So okay, let's just go through that because I wanted to walk you through all these demos. So I'll not waste time creating all these workflows. I've already created some. So what we'll do is similar to every services in Azure, the magic icon that's create. So we create something. So just look at the magic. You have something to delete. You have a workspace name, which was Narayan ML. And of course, it comes with its own DNS name in your infrastructure. It's not throughout the Azure as well. So because key vault and everything will also be taken care. Storage account will be taken care. Key vault, which is used for storing secrets, will be taken place. This is something called as an application insight. Then application insight will obviously be taken into a lot of consideration. So uh, okay, an application insight will always be towards like how can an application run seamlessly without having any sort of a glitches. So if there are some glitches, how can we move ahead and start working towards resolving it? And so of course, so containers are something like packaged into a static representation of your entire code, how your entire environment has to be, and your registry is something like it's a repository for it. So this is how it is. So everything is taken care, and when you hit the review and create, see the magic. Everything around your system, everything that has been assigned for your system will also be taken care. So encrypted keys ka matlab saving of all the keys and endpoints and things like that will be always Microsoft managed, and it will always be taken care here. So don't worry about that. So it's all these kind of an simple moves that you have to do in the industry and you can be sorted. And let me just go on to the workflow. So this is how you launch a studio. What you can do is you see good amount of things. So I have created one already, but to be very frank with you, it will not be created at every given point of time. So when you open it, this three will not be there. It's just an empty thing. The data sets will not be there, and anything will never be there. So you just have to create all of it. So I would suggest there is an option for compute. So compute is also geo redundant, but sometimes what happens is some subscriptions have that one limitation that you can't put a GPU cluster into it and things like that. So during those point of time, you need to understand how are you going to get everything done, right? So that's how you are going to be there. And a lot of times, the way your architect is going to change, right? So compute instances play a humongous role here. So how you are selecting a computer and what it is. So data store is the place where you store the data. So storing the data is done here. So if you think linked services, yes, of course you can link as many services as you want. Something like container registry is now here, right? So you can also link something called as an Azure function. You can also link called as data bricks. So I'll also be going through that. So it's all about the scale and the things like that. So don't worry. So data labeling can also be done. You can put in the data and you can start creating the data. So at the end of the day, it's all about that data that you are labeling. So Vishwas, Narayan, I say next. I can say image. I can say text classification with multi-class and things like that. So use a vendor labeling company. You can use any of them, and you can just come up with any of the labeling that you want. So create a new data set, local files, I say tabular, tweets. You can use it for images as well, so it doesn't matter. New 123 data set tweet. All right, so now it's all about that. Now it's all about browsing the files and adding them. So I just had some. Oh, this is my sister's laptop. So sorry for that. So let's just go to my GitHub. CSV data, which was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, things like that. So it always comes, it's always there for you. So you guys can go check out any amount of things which are already here. So I can download it, so that's not a problem. So we can go out and we can start working on it. So open it. Okay, oh, it comes in a zip file. I'll go back and I'll come back here. Okay, sure. Let's unzip it and let's do it. This is how you do in industry also. It's like good amount of content is already available for you. So why do you always want to waste it, right? Oh, sorry. And if you can see, this is the tweets that I'm actually using. And so let's just get it started. So browse files. I'm going to browse files. Yep, this is done. And we'll go ahead. So setting and previews and things like that. All of this is uploaded and things like that. So it's always there. It's always there for you. So this is how you create a data set even in the auto ML as well. So we'll show you that as well. I think the data set has been created. So yeah, I think I'll use this. I have enabled increase refreshments, label spam, add label ham. Like these are some of the ways. No, I don't have any instructions for them, so they can annotate as much as data they want. Project creation failed. Okay, fine, that's not a problem. Dismiss, customize, create one. So we can't create a GPU cluster because this takes a lot of time, and I do have used a lot of resources. But trust me, this is how it works. Data labeling is all about this. So annotating the data in the real time. So we can also do some more experiments. We will go to an AutoML and we'll start. It happens. Can't help it. So okay, so now it has tweets, right? So let's just add a local file, new tweet. So yes, so we can go to that. We can browse files. So same training has been required here. So I'll just use that and see the magic. I should not even try to do anything here. It always gets done. It will get done. See everything what I even did for the data labeling step. some more steps declined, it's here for you. So new tweet, yes. I'm going to not do anything. So I'm just going to create a new experiment saying that tweets, targeted column, label, yeah, compute instance. I can use any of it which is running. So it's all about classification. So outcome was always there. So classification was already there. Provide a test data set. I'm going to provide the test data set from here, from the local files. New 1, 2, 3 test tweets. Like you can name it as industrialistic as you want, but I would say like for an experiment like this, you need not have to just think about strategizing it, right? So let's just go ahead. That's it. So if you guys have any questions, don't worry, just drop in that question. So we are open for it. So no good morning, goodbyes, and things like that. We have seen a lot of it, so don't worry. So of course, it's now getting created, it's now getting validated, and now we'll just push it. And I don't do any of the ML coding and anything. I just do click, click, click. See the magic. Model, validating the model. Yes, it is all automated. I think automated ML run bubbly. This will be the generated names for it, but you can see how much of the work which goes behind all these kind of things. All right. So I think it takes a bit of time. So let's just launch the studio. So sorry for that, folks. I think probably I had some network issues. So I'll be coming back now. So let me just turn off the camera. So yeah, I think what we were supposed to do was we were supposed to see all these runs which are coming up. Yes, the tweets are now here, they are running. So if you see that there was an experiment which was created and everything is being stored, started here. So don't worry, hackathon. So we can get everything done. I think there is a bad network issue from our side. Let's just push to the geo. All right. So I don't think so today. Might be without a network issue. Let's see. I'll just come back. I'll just come back. So if you can see that there is model training which is happening here, and now there's one model which is already generated for me. So this is how your entire model building process is always taken care. So entire sampling took space, accuracy weights, and everything were already taken care here, and they're already being done. So that's how it is. So if you guys have an network issue from my side, just please do say me, because when we are in the virtual session, we can't really know what is happening. So okay, do is there a network issue or a lag that I'm seeing? I just wanted that answer, because if I don't have that confirmation, I can't continue, right? So anybody just say we are able to hear. That's it. Yes, yes. Okay, type in yes. That's important for me, because a lot of these content will obviously take some bandwidth. So I was like, where is this meeting now? So yes, yes. So I don't think so. There is anything bad or semi. All right. So okay, good morning is fine, but semi yes, yes. All right. This is your this is your call. I think there is no network issue, so let's just do that. Fine. Let me just turn off my camera so the bandwidth is going less. So okay, so this is what the weight was, right? So to me, like you can see how I didn't do much. Algorithms came in and it started working. So I can explanation of this data can also be taken care. The matrices can also be seen. The average precision of the scores, everything can be seen here. All these things. I'm saying top to bottom governance of your model, top to bottom policy of all these algorithms were also taken care of here. So this is how all these matrices and score comes to you. So this is called as a confusion matrix: true positives, true negative, false positive, false negatives. Just go researchable all these things, so it will obviously come to you. So let me just go to the model and I say deploy the model. Yes, I want you to deploy. I say tweet one. I say Azure container instances, and I say deploy. This will obviously go and take some time. So this is how all these kind of matrices will be coming in and flowing inside your entire infrastructure. So you can see I've already created some of these endpoints, so I can go and test them. And if I want to test them, this is all for an image at the end of the day. So I'm just going to be drawing out this image and see the result. So it says it's a dog. It has been scored as a cat for 0.002%. Probability of having a dog is 99%. And the frog is something which is not done. So the scored label is always a dog. So it now resulted in a dog. So I'm saying you an end-to-end governance which you can obviously take care here. So this is how all these models will get built. And to me, what I can see here is the potential of an AI which can also be much more efficient. So let's say 20 or something. This will come as an out of range. So sex, का मतलब he is having 10 girl. Yeah, blood pressure, let's say 120 or something. S1, I think 45. H2 is 56. Let's just get some random values. I too don't know about what are the different matrices which will be taken care here. So hide. If I say test, so it says result 101. I think I think this is taking care of some result, or else it would have said out of range. But result is one, not one. So probably this is saying he is diabetic at the end of the day. So okay, S3 matrix was given to be 0, 0. So let's try what is 243. Yep, I think what is this all about is that 243 result has now been very related to that. So all these things, whenever when we are talking in terms of an architecture, this is going to be humongous. So very simple, just go out there, tweet it, just start putting in good amount of data. I think probably we can test one tweet as well, so don't worry about that. So this is in transitioning, means the model is now getting deployed. So sorry if all these look so jargonish, because a lot of times ML can't be taught in 1 hour, but sometimes when we go for teaching you folks, it will obviously take a lot of time. It will obviously take a lot of time in order to. Okay, so this is how you can get it done. So yes, so we can get everything done. We can get everything sorted, so on and so forth. So I think this should now be running. It should now come as an healthy state. Let's see. The endpoint is in progress. So of course, this will obviously take time. By then, what we can do is we can go to the data bricks, and we can show you the same old AutoML wala process and things like that. So a Databricks is nothing but an scalable platform. So this tool or technology of Databricks is also available in a community edition. So if you don't have an Azure Pass, in Databricks. So you guys can go here, log in with your account, and you guys can start using it. And this is the community edition of it. So community edition is always available for you. You guys can start using it. So that's how it is. All right. So I think I had created a compute cluster. Had created one. So it should never show me that I have not created one. It has I have been creating one. So it's very simple. Go to the machine learning aspects. So let me just say I want to train. I don't have to create any clusters now. So let me just go to the machine learning workflows. All right. So since I created there, it always comes up with that. So let's just go to the machine learning aspects. Let me just. This is classification. Browse the data. So this is not being created, right? So let me just go to the default, create a table. I'll upload the new file. I'll say train tweets. Of course, this will obviously take time to upload and download. Oh God. So yes, so simple steps. We went for the Databricks platform. So it's machine learning, AutoML. So I selected a cluster. I wanted to do classification, yes, but I don't have the data set. How to add a data set? Create a cluster here. Just go here, upload this, and what you do is you just wait for it to get uploaded, and now use the same compute cluster in order to deliver that into your data store. That's what we did, right? We added it to the data store, and now it will be obviously be coming for us. So you guys can use the community edition of it. I think endpoint is already created. It's now healthy. So let's tweet something. ID is 0, tweet example. Vishwas Narayan is good in ML. Yes, I'm good in ML, but how about you? So it says 0. It says that this is not an kind of an data set which has some sort of a negativity in it. So let's just see what are the different matrices. So label 0 ka matlab it is an not offending or not a spam one. So ham one is always about that. So this is how you do it. So you can predict as much as you want. You can start working with it. I think it's time for now to move ahead apart from the thing. So I'll just give a quick note on how you can create a cluster and the things like that. So you can preview the table. Now the tables will be created. The creation of the table has happened. So let's see how much is that. So classification problem only. So this is also classification. So in an NLP, it's not about how you do it. It's all about different amount of entities which are coming. And by the way, to be very frank with you, I'm not good in NLP. So I never choose NLP as my problem statement. But now I'm learning it, I'm teaching it folks. So that's how it is. Let's just go to the share screen. So it's a little boring, I can understand, I've been in your place, so don't worry about that. So I know I can understand that. So not a problem. So we can go to the auto ML. We can just do it quick because this takes very less time. So that's not a problem. I think I have already done for PIMA India. I can show you all the experiments which I've already done. So yeah, I think this is how it is. So it's already being generated. So see the magic. Since we have an advanced amount of compute here, you need not have to worry about anything which is happening. So the training model will obviously come in quick. You can start moving ahead. So in another 20 to 30 minutes, I'll be moving out. So don't worry about that. So I think some of you had some classes, some of you have some tests and things like that. So it's all about that. All right. So it's already getting trained. So it's already getting tested out with different amount of algorithms that can be there in the market and the things like that. So very simple. What you have to do is we need to wait for it, or else we can also go the new tab, type in this own thing. It all gets automated and things like that. So it will be allocating me IPython kernel. I think this is for the data validation of it. I think it has now run out all the different matrices which are required for it. And see the magic. I didn't write any set of code right in front of you, but everything just got created. And I think some of them might not get created, some of them will get created. So what we can do is very simple. We will go to already created AutoML workflows. I can't start an AutoML workflow now. So this is data exploration. Perfect. Wait. So models, pipelines, experiments. So okay, PIMA India is already here. So experiments were already created. And look at the magic. I didn't write any of the code. I have already generated so many models. I can copy this notebook and I can paste it somewhere else also. So it's valid because it's all ML flow, SQL learns and things like that. And look at the magic. So there is something called as pipelines. What are pipelines? It's nothing but a definition of a workflow. Simple as that. So it's a quick walkthrough that we are just doing. So let's just be honest. You can't learn ML in an hour. So it's a designer that we just created right now. So it's a dense net right now. A very simple definition. What you can do is you can go back and create as many models like this. So these are the pick and place models, and you can start working on any amount of data, any amount of insights that you really want to collect from any of the data. Like it's just something like you don't have to architect the entire code base. You'll always have the code base for yourself. So I think this has been stopped. I think that's perfect. So data exploration was done. So if you guys want it, I'll put this in my one of the blogs, Databricks by vishwas.web.app. You guys can go check out this section called as notebooks. I've written every little notebook, so you guys can go and search that. So that's the best part about it. So you guys can click on this notebook, you guys will go to that notebook and you can learn about it. So I would say spend at least a day on each notebook. All these are very small notebooks. Research about it. You will learn a lot. You will learn a lot. So this is how you research in ML or AI. So we learned the hard way. So I'm just saying you learn the hard way for a little while and everything will be sorted. So what I showed you was that image definition and everything that just got deployed through this only. So it's still running. The endpoint is still running, right? So I think this was the one. So if I test now, I think probably I can use a new data set. Probably this will take a lot of time. So if I just put in as test, it's retrieving the result because it's the same old data set. It said dog, right? 99 point some percent accuracy or something. So this is how this deployment works. And all these things, what we are just doing here is just putting in the code and understanding what is the requirement of the R, and everything has been sorted for you folks. And of course, the last topic of today's notebooks. So I'll be walking you through one notebook, so don't worry. Of course, it will take a lot of learning. We can't teach you NLP in an hour. We can't teach you NLP in a day or something, but it's our attempt to just give you. So we are just doing it. So let's just authenticate some workflows. All right. So now it's asking for some authentication. So let's just authenticate that. Okay. Successfully authenticated. Perfect. So this is already a sample notebook from Microsoft. I didn't do much of that customized work or anything because I know you guys are students. You can't really fit in that entire workspace completely. So that's where we just wanted to just give you quick notes. So yeah, I think regression was already taken care. There is automated ML. Everything was done. I think the runs was perfect. I think this is now taking time, and this will start running. So yeah, I think all these things still require computers, so you can juggle around with the computers here, and juggle around with the workspaces that you want, and everything will be done for you. So that's how it is. So no run configurations and things like that. So this will obviously take time. So this is an NYC taxi data. So current status, data set, evaluation, and things like that. All these are getting automated. So that's the best part about it. So you need not have to do much of a work. So what I can do is I can just go to this ML deployment in the experiments, and I can see what is happening in this experiments here. So now it's all running. So the models are now getting generated. So you can see how much of a model will come up right now. So let's see how many models will come up. I think it will take some amount of time. So once it's created, we can do as much as work we want. So we can deploy, we can do as many things as we want. So the best part about it is it's still running. So once it goes to the training transition, right? That is where we always see how many models have been generated. God, it takes time. So yeah, NYC taxi data is a humongous data. It takes time, so don't worry about that. We will get it done. So it was just an introduction to the Databricks. There are different ways that I think probably first day only I just showed you about magic function, command prompts, and the things like that. So learn from that. Learn from that because it will obviously give you a lot of time and an edge towards the tomorrow's problem statement. So that's how it is. So I think this is taking a little bit more time because I think REST API has been generated. So let's see whether. All right, there has been a model which has been taken care. So you can deploy it. You can deploy as many models as you want. So I think let me just show you the matrices before we start deploying. I think there is a Spearman correlation and things like that. So all these things are very difficult for me to explain in an hour. So let's host an day event if possible. We'll come to you and we'll just get it done. That's not a problem. How lowercase alphabets mu 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 something. Something. Let's keep it honest. Enter scripts. So this is going to be magical. So I can't work on this. So enable authentication. I can't do that. So browse scripts, Kunda dependency scripts. Okay. So this is the Kunda dependency script that they want. So we can do that. So this is going to be bad, but let's see whether the container instance is just going to have it. Regression on that dependency script. So this is not the way you do it, but we're just getting started. So that's why I just wanted to just go out and just give you all these insights. That's it. So successfully authentication done. So let's not waste any time. Let's just stop this. So this is how you stop it. So it now gave me an access to run all these kind of a thing. So let's do one thing. Clear cell outward, convert to markdown. Okay, this is getting. So let's just do one thing. Interrupt kernel. I would have an interrupted kernel. So I think there are already models which are already generated for me. So what we can do is we can use them. All right. So it's now taking time. Okay, this was already cancelled because this script was not there. So let's see how this might go out. But this is how you do it. This is how you do it by, because a lot of times when it comes to good amount of data which is getting inside a system, it will obviously take a lot of time. So we are not here to waste our time. So all the best for your tests. So just go out. All these exams will always ask you questions like how are these workflows happening. They'll not never ask you about the algorithms, because algorithms were never their forte. It's your forte, but providing the service is all about that. So my other thing is Azure ML by wishwas.web.app. So this is Azure ML which was. I think that's the one. I have so many websites. I don't know where have I done it. So you guys can go check this blog that we have right now, because this is going to give you a complete insights about Azure ML. I can't teach you Azure ML in a day. It takes me a lot of time. So this is a blog that I've written from my side. So this is not a gift. Like it's obviously there for you people to see. Just go out there, see these blogs, see these contents out there, and everything will be sorted for you. So it's a short intro that I gave, but there is humongous things that you can do with all these kind of networking architectures, that you name it, it will be there for you folks. So just go out there, just see these blog, see this blog, and you guys will be amazed by the way that we are actually working at the scale. Like Azure ML is awesome. So just go out there, explore this entire architecture. So I'll not waste much of your time. So those who want to go, just have a good test. All the best for your test, and we'll get we'll get everything done from our side as much as we can. So this is a quick intro. We didn't do much of a thing. It was very difficult for me to explain you NLP in an hour or something, but I tried my best. So hopefully you guys learn it. So you see my blogs. This is also one more. So this is the Databricks notebook. So see that. And thank you so much, folks. Means a lot when you guys are here for us, when you're learning for us. Thank you so much. And we are ending the broadcast. If you guys have any queries, do reach out to me on LinkedIn. So that's Vishwas Narayan. So I'll be posting that link as well. So that's from my side. This is my LinkedIn. And I told you guys to join a group, tiny.cc/azdev So this is the link to join the Mysore group. So if you're missing out on anything, so do join the link here. So that's it from my side. Thank you so much, folks. It means a lot when you guys are here, and see you next time. Bye. We are ending the broadcast now.